Hey there, future homeowner. If you're currently renting and feeling a little stuck and desire to buy a home, an FHA loan may be the key to get you into homeownership sooner than you think. I want to share with you some common myths about FHA loans, the real benefit of them, and also how they compare in today's market. Let's dive into it. An FHA loan is a great option if you are looking for a low down payment option, whether or not you're a first time home buyer. And it also allows for credit score flexibility. So, from borrowers all the way up to an 800 plus score or all the way down to a 500 score, FHA has an option for you. They also oftentimes come with a much lower interest rate than being compared to a conventional loan because all FHA loans have mortgage insurance regardless of the amount of down payment. And that mortgage insurance is not a downside, but rather a key feature to help home buyers get into homes sooner with less upfront cash. Where FHA has been consistent with their method of calculating mortgage insurance, conventional mortgage insurance fluctuates and it depends on the credit score and the property type, how many borrowers are on the loan, and it varies. In any scenario where a buyer has less than 20% down, mortgage insurance will be required. For a conventional loan, it's just going to be the monthly mortgage insurance payment. Where with FHA, you do have the monthly mortgage insurance, but you also have a one-time upfront mortgage insurance premium. It's important to compare both options because even though conventional loan mortgage insurance may be lower as compared to the FHA mortgage insurance payment, the interest rate offered on that scenario will likely be drastically different, where an FHA rate is more than likely going to be much lower than the conventional rate, oftentimes making the entire mortgage payment lower on an FHA scenario versus that same scenario on a conventional side. Statistically, most home buyers don't keep that first loan forever. They usually either refinance or sell within the first 5 to 7 years. So when looking and comparing at a conventional option that has mortgage insurance versus an FHA option that has mortgage insurance, while the conventional mortgage insurance will eventually fall off, where the FHA mortgage insurance will likely stay as the entire life of the loan, that loan more than likely is not going to be kept for an entire 30 years. So, looking at it from a short term perspective of 5 to 7 years, a lot of times it still makes sense to go the route of FHA because during that short term period, you're paying less monthly and less in interest. Another common myth is that FHA appraisal inspections are just too strict, where a conventional appraisal would be more lenient. After the housing crisis, there was reform within the mortgage industry and then furthermore within the appraisal industry. And in the spring of 2011, the AIR guidelines, or the appraisal independence requirements, officially kicked in, and these requirements allowed appraisers to just have more independence and less pressure from any party, whether it be a lender or a realtor or a homeowner, to try to sway their opinion of value. It allowed the process to be more standardized and across the board have more fair valuations. So whether having a conventional loan or an FHA loan, we're seeing that the appraisals are being done with more consistency and integrity. Now, there are some health and safety requirements that FHA does look for in an appraisal that a conventional appraiser wouldn't. This would be something like peeling paint, especially if the home was built before 1978 because of the concern of lead-based paint poisoning. Another would be roof condition, because FHA likes to see at least 2 to 3 years left on the lifetime of the roof. They also look to see that the utilities are on and working properly, and that the water heater and furnace are both properly working to ensure that there's warm water and heat available to the home. And finally, the windows and doors must close and open properly and then securely fasten in case of any emergencies. Now, in most cases, the conventional appraisal is just going to be focusing on valuation and not condition. So some of those health and safety hazards may not be called out. The FHA appraisal process requires that the home meets basic safety and habitability standards. But that's not a negative. It's protection. It helps make sure that you are buying a home that is safe, structurally sound, and move-in ready. For first-time homebuyers especially, that can save you from surprises and costly repairs after closing. And finally, a myth to debunk is that FHA loans take longer to close. The truth is, FHA loans don't take longer than conventional loans to process or to even have the appraisal completed. Where a delay would come in is where a lender didn't do the proper homework prior to getting a contract accepted. It's that pre-qualification process or that pre-approval process that will ensure that smooth and timely closing for the seller. One of my standard procedures is to call behind every offer that's made and have a conversation with the seller's agent before they present the offer to their client. That way we can address any questions that they may have about the buyer's financing, our ability to close on time, and also any concerns that there might be about the property's condition during that appraisal inspection. I find that taking this approach helps not only address the concerns for the seller, but also with the realtor as well. They may not have worked with a lender that is as thorough or as experienced as I am, and they may have had a terrible transaction. And because of that experience, it then gave the FHA loan a bad name, not realizing that it really was probably just the lender's process that made the whole transaction a challenge to begin with. The bottom line is FHA loans are not a fallback. They are a smart tool. They are designed to help hardworking people like you to start building equity and stop wasting money on rent. My name is Amber Jones, and I'm a certified mortgage advisor here to help inform you, empower you, and help you solve that financial obstacle on your home ownership journey. If you're ready to explore whether an FHA loan or another loan product would be the right fit for you, let's connect. All of my contact information is below, where you can book a 15-minute free phone consultation with me, and we can start exploring those options. If you found this information helpful, I would love it if you liked the video, subscribed, and shared it with a friend. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.